you could be looking at big trouble because they got gang connections. They might not even be the ones shaking you down. You might be getting shaken down by people you never met before and that you don't know what they look like. Hello YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. I'm doing something outside today. I will use the Zoom studio for some things, but I'm more of a outdoor on the go type poster. So today I wanted to talk about in the unlikely event. I've been, first a little bit about me. I've been going to Thailand for 20 years now, and I've only had to break up with someone once or twice. So most of the time, you're the one getting dumped. You're the one that's getting ghosted. But every once in a while, you're going to have to break up with someone. And I have some tips. First of all, if you want to break up with someone in Thailand, you're going to have to move hotels. And I know there's people that rent condos. You're going to have to break a lease or move condo. It's going to be very dicey. You got to move. And even then, you can't just move within the same neighborhood. You got to move locations, hopefully provinces, because the word on the street, if she's looking for you, she's going to let taxi drivers know. She's going to let hotel workers know. She's going to let, street cheap eats vendors know. Like, especially now with social media, the word on the street gets out quick. She can just put up a picture of you and be like, I'm looking for this guy. And you're going to get found. So the first step in breaking up with someone is you're going to have to move. The second step is, if you want to stay cool, if you want to put out the fire, so to speak, you might have to do a little bit of a payout. Now, I don't want to make it seem like this doesn't happen in the West, especially if you're in an urban environment. I used to live in Manhattan, and I had to do a couple payouts to get away from someone. I think it's part of the way the world works. So be prepared for that. In my situation, when I had to break up with someone in Thailand who, in her defense, we had been in a relationship for a couple of years, a couple of trips. It was just getting too intense. I guess if I felt the same way about her that she felt about me, then it would have been fine. But, when someone's getting intense and the other person doesn't want to be as intense, it becomes problematic. So I had to break up, and it definitely wasn't easy. Payout wise, I gave her 20,000 baht, which is like $600, which is okay, I guess, as far as payouts go. I've heard payouts getting ridiculous. I've heard people paying, $1,000 US, which is 30,000 baht. Or even worse, $10,000. It's up to your discretion how much you want to pay, but this will definitely put out the fire, not completely, but maybe enough so you can enjoy the rest of your trip or your stay, or, and this is the thing, like, if you're living there and you have a condo and you have a job, and she just knows everywhere you go, breaking up isn't going to be that easy. And I think in that case, you're probably going to have to do a couple payouts just to get out of your face. But after a couple payouts, then it becomes like normalized, and she might be coming to you every week for a payout. So you got to keep this in mind. You know, I know it's hard to gauge who's sane and who's not, but another note I want to make about this is I'm talking about professional women in the sense that they went to college and they have a decent job in a bank or finance or, you know, realty. I'm not talking about the other kind of professionals. That kind of professional, the bar girl, as they're known, or freelancer, whatever you want to call it, you could be looking at big trouble because they got gang connections. They might not even be the ones shaking you down. You might be getting shaken down by people you never met before and that you don't know what they look like. So that's a whole nother situation. That's another reason why you shouldn't go that route. I know there's a lot of people that's what they do. They go there, they get up, they fall in love with some woman they hired, and that's going to lead you to trouble pretty quick. So I would avoid that. You know, it's up to you. Actually, transactionally, it's pretty straightforward. But at the same time, there's a bonding experience and, you know, feelings start to happen. But it should be pretty obvious that you need to use extreme caution with a worker. I think I have to beep that out. So you move, you got to pay out, and if possible, if at all possible, you know, try to stay friends. This can be helpful in the long run as far as, you know, whether she knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that you start dating. Like, make it as amicable as possible. I mean, everybody does. I think that's pretty common goal. I don't think I'm really dropping any knowledge with this one, but try to be friendly. And back to this girl that I paid 20,000 baht for when we broke up. She continued to be friends with me on Facebook and would send messages if I started dating someone. I'm no longer on Facebook, by the way, and I'm kind of dating the relationship. This was a while ago. But so, yeah, try to be friendly. Depending how intense things were is dependent on how long you're going to have to deal with it. And the other thing I wanted to mention is we don't have the same privacy perks in Thailand as you do in the United States. For instance, you can't tell the hotel, hey, you know, turn off my room phone, and if this person shows up looking for me, tell them I'm not here. That's a perk that we have here in the West. I think Europe, maybe, some of the nicer places, but you're not going to get that there. She's going to be friends with the people, the workers, and they're gonna let her in. So this is why I suggest that you move places when you break up. So be careful out there. It's crazy. It's fun. You're definitely gonna, get in relationships with someone, whether you're looking or not. But these are some tips that hopefully should make everything smoother if you find yourself in the unlikely event that you have to break up with someone. And I'll see you in the next video.